Okay. Hi. Sachin, man, you guys can stop yawning now. Okay, so when I was about 5 or 6 years old, I was a big Sachin fan and I wanted to be a cricketer. All that I would do in my life was practice my cricketing shots, be it inside the house or be it outside the house. That is all I would do. So for the longest time, I wanted to be a cricketer in my life. So that's Sachin and me in the early 1990s. And then suddenly, I think after a few years, the dream changed. I saw this Bollywood flick called Fir Bhi Dil Hai Hindustani. I'm not sure many of you would have actually seen it. And Shah Rukh Khan, the protagonist, played a journalist. So now I wanted to be a journalist. I wanted to rip apart corrupt politicians. I wanted to bring down governments. I think it was a Congress government back then. So that's what I wanted to do, and it helped that my dad was a journalist. So I wanted to be the Shah Rukh Khan, it was called Ajay, I think, of Fir Bhi Dil Hai Hindustani. That happened, that kind of continued for some time. Then a few years later, I saw another movie. This movie was called Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum. In this, the protagonist, again, Mr. Shah Rukh Khan. You would have guessed by now that I'm a Shah Rukh Khan fan, so that's why I'm taking all those examples. He was an MBA, so I had no idea what this meant. But his life was really cool. You know, his life was like London check, gorgeous wife check, white women check. I was like, wow, this is crazy, man. This is the life I want to lead. I want to be an MBA, whatever the hell this means. And then this dream kind of went on for another few years. And then I realized that this dream kind of kept changing by different movies I kept seeing. So I wanted to be an army man. Then I wanted to be a hockey coach. I wanted to be a don. So it kind of kept changing again and again and again. So I was like, okay, this can't continue. I eventually ended up picking up a commerce degree and doing a lot of boring things, working for a big name company, dabbling a little bit of politics myself, doing an MBA from ISB, going out, coming back, and then finally doing something that I really love today, being an internet word. The word that Mukesh sir was amongst us right now, that he was talking very, very fondly of. So, good morning, everyone. My name is Akshay Chaturvedi. I run a company called Leverage, which ironically is in the business of helping build beautiful careers, which I kept chasing for the longest time in my life. So what we do today is we crunch millions and millions of data points from across the world, and we help people understand using something called artificial intelligence, what is the right career for them, what are the right things that they can basically pursue in their life as they move ahead. And I'm here today, 10 days away from Christmas, which is a very festive time, and I'm surprised that we have such a huge audience on Sunday, to talk about the future of work. Because I think it's forced. That's why you guys are here. Definitely. Yeah. I can feel the pain. I can feel the pain. Okay, so but I'm going to tell you something useful. I'm going to tell you jobs that are going to exist when you move into the workforce a few years later. So I'm just going to take you back to 2007, 10 years back from now. Any idea which were the popular jobs back in 2007? So this was a stockbroker, a telemarketer. All of these jobs were kind of the cool jobs. Like people fingers crossed and saying that, hey, my lottery should come out. My stock should basically work out. So these jobs are really, really different from the jobs that are today. Imagine in 2007, there was no iPhone. There was no iOS. There was no Android. There were no apps. Imagine. And since I'm saying jobs in 2007, I should also mention Steve Jobs, because that's the year when iPhone came out and it changed life forever for all of us. The screens, the apps. I don't know how many of you actually saw that Steve Jobs video when he was launching the iPhone. Has anybody seen it? Wow, some of you have. It was a beautiful video. It's one of my favoriteest videos, if that's a word. He goes on stage addressing thousands of people and saying that, hey, look, is this a mobile phone? Is this a tablet? Is this a music player? And then he kind of keeps repeating these three words again and again and again. And then he says that, hey, look, this is an iPhone. And it changed lives forever after that. Now come back to 2017. What are the top jobs today? Most expensive to study, so-called high-paying jobs. App developer, social media manager, even a chief listening officer, One of the blogs I read talked about an elderly care specialist. That's one of the most high-paying jobs back in the US. So what has happened? What is so different in these jobs of 2007 and the jobs of 2017? That none of these so-called sexy jobs of 2017 did not even exist back in 2007. That is the harsh reality of the world we are living in. That world is so rapidly changing as we step on every single day. So the kind of jobs that are going to be there in 2027 or 2025 are not going to be the jobs that you are preparing for today. They're going to be very different. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to talk about a few jobs that we think that a lot of technologists think that are going to be really big in the coming 2020s. The first one is drone pilots. So I don't know how many of you order from e-commerce companies, or your parents do maybe. So e-commerce companies right now deliver through a person actually coming in and delivering it on your doorstep. That's not going to happen in the next few years. There are going to be drones coming out and delivering everything that you need at your doorstep. And there are going to be drone pilots stationed every single mile, every single kilometer in every city who are going to be making sure that these drones reach where your house is and make sure that that package is dropped and somebody takes it and somebody signs. So we need drone pilots. So if you're not preparing for that, I think you're missing out on something. So learn to... Anybody who's good in video games, I saw one kid here who was playing a game on mobile phone. That kid is definitely employable. I can't find him now. I thought I would point him out. Second is an organ farmer. Imagine all of these people, God forbid of course, if your heart is not there with you anymore, if your liver or your lungs or whatever, it's susceptible to some disease and you lose out on it. There are going to be a variety of people in the 2020s who can grow organs on plants and trees, and like they will have farms which are actually doing this. Right? So for example, imagine my liver is gone and say, hey, I need to purchase one liver, can you please give it to me? Are you growing it in this farm in Scotland or Maharashtra or Andhra Pradesh or wherever it is? So that's where the world is actually taking us. And that's phenomenal, right? Like you can't even think of it right now. The world that we're moving in the next perhaps 5 or 6 years, it's going to look more and more of science fiction than anything else. It's going to be more and more of technology and less of these normal jobs. It's going to be a lot of creators, inventors, thinkers, performers, focusing on entertaining, creating, sometimes fighting with each other, right? It's not going to be a word for which we are preparing today. Okay, there's another exciting job, space conductor. I don't know how many of you have heard of Elon Musk or Tesla and all of these. Wow, I knew I'm coming to the right place. So I don't know if any of you followed this. A couple of months back, there was this big fight between Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg. And Elon Musk said that future technology is going to be very dark. It's going to take us to the doomsday and things like that. And Mark Zuckerberg, in a very funny manner, kind of shot him down. He said that Elon Musk, he's very responsible that he's talking about things like these, and technology is definitely going to be positive and stuff like that. And Elon Musk then later tweeted, he said that, I've spoken to Mark about this, and he understands very little on this. So, ouch. That was it. So, coming to the other job I was talking about, space conductor. So, Elon Musk, in fact, keeps talking about moving the civilization to Mars or to other planets again and again and again. So, which job is it going to create? It's going to create this job of a space conductor. The person is going to make sure that people leaving Earth and getting onto any other planet, somebody is basically organizing this entire thing, making sure that the ticket is taken from here, then ticket is basically deposited there, making sure that the rehabilitation of everybody who's on Earth is completed in the best possible way when they move to the other planet or to any other galaxy per se. That's also going to happen. I'm a huge believer of technology, and I think we are going to see all of these things in a lifetime. All of these things. Okay, another exciting job is virtual reality comic developer. Any comic fans? Like, I was a huge comic fan when I was growing up. I used to love Archies. So I grew up like following that love triangle of Archies. Many of you would have just been born after Archies died. So the next set of comics that are going to come up are going to be those which are going to be customized to what we want to see and what we want to believe and what we want to listen to. It's going to be virtual reality. I'm sure some of you would have tried Oculus or some of these VR gadgets. They're beautiful, all of you must. All of you must. And it's going to be something on your eyes, and it's going to make sure that they keep showing you comics which really interest you, which really entertain you, which really end up making sure that you're having a fun time. So these are going to be some of the very, very exciting jobs out there in the 2020s. So what? I'm back to Shah Rukh Khan. And I have that TEDx photo. So that's so cool, right? So what exactly is going to be the future of work? The future of work is not playing Shah Rukh Khan or an Amir Khan or playing a Steve Jobs or anything like that. The future of work is going to be playing yourself. A lot of speakers before me, I think, kind of emphasize on the fact that, which is really, 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 really important. It's very important to be unique, very important to be you, very important to be playing to your unique strengths out there. So that is what the future of work is. Play to your own strengths, have a knack for what you're good at. There's something called playing to your true North Star, which means that if somebody is doing what he or she really believes in, if somebody is doing something that he or she is really made for, that person is definitely going to do awesome stuff. So it's really important to kind of work towards recognizing that and then playing you all along, every day. I love this Steve Jobs quote, so I kind of put this out. He said that your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life, which I think is the future of work. It's very important that you realize what you need to do, and that is what is going to make you very, very successful in the 2020s, and then you can remember this talk. Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me here. I'll see you.